Hi there everyone and welcome to practice of lesson 31 of A Course in Miracles workbook for students. We thank the Holy Spirit for his guidance and for presenting himself through our brother Jesus. And we thank Jesus, our dear brother, for his infinite patience. We want to be just like you, Jesus, infinitely patient and infinitely loving. And the quote for today is this one. It says, "A theoretical foundation, such as the text provides, is necessary as a framework to make the exercises in this workbook meaningful." So it is inviting us to study the text of the course. So the exercises are meaningful to us. And lesson 31. I am not victim of the world I see. Today's idea is the introduction to your declaration of release. Again, the idea should be applied to both the world you see without and the world you see within. In applying the idea, we will use a form of practice which will be used more and more, with changes as indicated. Generally speaking, the form includes two aspects, one in which you apply the idea on a more sustained basis, and the other consisting of frequent applications of the idea throughout the day. Two longer periods of practice with the idea for today are needed, one in the morning and one at night. 3 to 5 minutes for each of these are recommended. During that time, look about you slowly while repeating the idea 2 or 3 times. Then close your eyes and apply the idea to your inner world. You will escape from both together, for the inner is the cause of the outer. As you survey your inner world, merely let whatever thoughts cross your mind come into your awareness, each to be considered for a moment and then replaced by the next. Try not to establish any kind of hierarchy among them. Watch them come and go as dispassionately as possible. Do not dwell on any one in particular, but try to let the stream move on evenly and calmly, without any special investment on your part. As you sit and quietly watch your thoughts, repeat today's idea to yourself as often as you care to, but with no sense of hurry. In addition, repeat the idea for today as often as possible during the day. Remind yourself that you are making a declaration of independence in the name of your own freedom, and in your freedom lies the freedom of the world. The idea for today is also a particularly useful one to use as a response to any form of temptation that may arise. It is a declaration that you will not yield to it and put yourself in bondage. And that is the end of lesson 31. I am not the victim of the world I see. There are 3 things. One is the longer periods of practice, one in the morning and one at night. 3 to 5 minutes. First you look slowly and 2 to 3 times you repeat the idea. I am not victim of the world I see. Then you close your eyes, let the thoughts come and go, and then repeat slowly the idea. I am not victim of the world I see, with closed eyes. The second instruction is that you repeat the idea as often as possible. As often as possible, in lesson 29, it told us to do at least once an hour, the repetition. So that would be like the least that we should do is once an hour. But you can do it twice an hour, 3 times an hour or 4 times an hour. So this is like 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, or every half an hour, or at least once an hour. You repeat the idea slowly and you try to apply it to your inner and outer world, or the world within and the world without. And as we did yesterday, remember that we try to apply the idea that is God is in everything I see because God is in my mind, to the things that you see, and moreover to the things that you don't see. And so we apply the idea within and without in the same guise or way. And the third is that you apply the idea to any form of temptation that may arise. That is, the temptation almost always entails a form of anger. So if you're feeling like angry, you apply the idea, I am not victim of the world I see during the day. But there could be another forms of fear, like sadness, for instance, and you apply the idea, I am not victim of the world I see. So we're gonna do our 5-minute practice, and we start with open eyes, looking around you, and repeating 2 to 3 times the idea, and then we close our eyes and apply it to the inner world. So we start in 3, 2, 1. We look around. I am not victim of the world I see. I am not victim of the world I see. I am not victim of the world I see. We close our eyes and let any thought comes along. And we repeat, I am not victim of the world I see. Just let the thoughts come. I am not victim of the world I see. I am not victim of the world I see. I am not the victim of the world I see. I am not the victim of the world I see. I am not the victim of the world I see. We can open our eyes, and that's the finish of the long practice. And we should do another long practice for, well, a longer period of practice at night. We can do it just before we go to bed, or maybe before, when we find a suitable time for it. And that's it. That's the practice for today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Letty, Elena, Victoria, and Marce. Have a great day, an inspired day, and we see each other tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye.